Welcome back. This is the last video of today. Getting to celebrity news. Joe Budden, New Jersey ball podcaster, my bad, and rapper Joe Budden charged after being caught naked in the hallway. You can't make this up. This episode 3. This happened yesterday. New Jersey podcaster and rapper Joe Budden was charged with lewdness after he was allegedly caught standing around naked in the hallway of his apartment building, visible on his neighbor's Ring camera. The Edgewater Police Department said Monday it received a call from one of Budden's neighbors after they reviewed their Ring camera footage from December 4th and saw images of a naked man in the apartment complex. The caller recognized the man as a neighbor, Joseph Budden Jr., a 44-year-old male. Edgewater Police Chief Donald Martin said in an installment. On December 29, 2024, when a Twitter account by the name of the October Film posted a screenshot of Budden's um, arrest record with caption, Joe Budden has a court date on January 16th for disorderly lewdness, a charge related to sexual misconduct or indecency in public. He previously claimed that Joe Budden had to relocate for recording in a residential building, but there seems to be more to the story. And this is the post, and he posted his inmate number and all that on there for Joe Budden on his page. So his court date is January 16, 2025 at 3 o'clock, Edgewater Borough Municipal Court in New Jersey. So on December 30th, Edgewater Police Department issued a press release providing details of the December 4th event. According to the statement, officers were called to the Edgewater apartment complex at 7:21 a.m. after a resident reported a disturbing incident. The caller, who was alerted by their doorbell camera, saw their neighbor identified as Joe Budden Jr. standing completely naked outside their apartment door. The video allegedly shows Budden attempting to enter a code into the resident's door keypad multiple times before retreating to his own apartment across the hall. Following an investigation, Budden Jr. was charged with lewdness, a disorderly persons offense under New Jersey law 2C:14-14A. Edgewater Police Chief Martin emphasized in the release these charges are merely accusations and the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Joe Budden is scheduled to appear in court on January 16, 2025. Previously, Joe Budden mentioned on his show that he is a sleepwalker. Well, let me see. Is there something different on this report? That's Joe Budden. Because he got a good podcast. Oh, it ain't true if it ain't. It's on TMZ. The neighbor told police that the video showed the man who identified as attempted to enter a code on the keypad of his door, according to the. However, walks back to his apartment. Come on, StreamYard. Back to his apartment located across the hall in the same building. The neighbor said he and his two juvenile daughters observed the rapper committing the act live on their smartphones, the complaint read. The podcaster's attorney criticized Edgewater Chief of Police Donald Martin for releasing a public statement about the incident that did not involve an arrest. Mr. Budden is saddened by the police chief Martin's press release, Nina Amir, the rapper's lawyer, told TMZ. Mr. Budden has been awaiting weeks for his cross complaints to be processed, which include substantially more serious charges, include possible felony charges against the person behind these charges against him. The chief has, in our opinion, sat on those, but instead used his time to gain some free publicity for himself. Chief Martin should seek publicity by doing notable policing, not inflaming disorderly person allegations. Joe Budden said, I just sleptwalked somewhere where I shouldn't have sleptwalked. The defense attorney continued, the allegations of Mr. Budden are a minor charge, not even resulting in an arrest. A charge Mr. Budden is looking forward to beating in court on the merits, not in the press. The chief's comments are reckless and, in our opinion, racially motivated. Oh, now they're going to use the race card. Our research has not shown a single press release on a disorderly person charge on the police website this year. His choice to single out Mr. Budden, in our opinion, is self-motivated and based off of Mr. Budden's race and celebrity status. The Edgewater Police Department did not immediately respond to the request or comment from the U.S. Sun. The 44-year-old rapper laughed at the incident during an episode of the Joe Budden podcast on YouTube. I just sleptwalked somewhere where I shouldn't have sleptwalked but in a minute. That's what happened, and you know how I sleep, butt ass, good naked sleeping. I just did it again. I did it again, he said as he laughed with his co-host. Nobody could go through this stuff but me. So there you have it. Joe Budden arrested butt naked. Oh shoot, that ain't it. Because this is going to be my last video. I got to watch my church service. What was I doing? Oh, I know. Always got to end with some interviews. Y'all know Denzel Washington now a preacher. Hey, Happy New Year, love. I was talking about Joe Biden. He got arrested butt naked, talking about he was sleepwalking at his neighbor's door. But you know the new year ain't until when? March. Oh, okay, this is one video.
Just sleptwalk somewhere that I shouldn't have sleptwalked. What? That's what happened.
For real?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know how I sleep.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I slept. But nice naked. Good naked sleepwalking. I just did it again. Oh! I did it again. Yeah. Oh, I did it again. Swinging, right? Nah.
And I don't think it's funny, especially that his neighbor and his kids had to witness that. It's not funny. Not to me.
Nobody can go through this stuff but me. It's only me. It's only me. So you got to deal with
that. Puts everything.
You got to deal with what comes with that.
I had like 5 things. I wouldn't nowhere near this.
Would have never guessed.
Nigga, I could have guessed 50.
It's impossible to guess.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But when you hear it, it's like,
it tracks.
Yeah, it tracks.
Oh no! Wait till I give it to you. Pause. Wait till I really This is a story. This is a story. Oh my Lord.
And what I'm going through personally is totally separate from why we not over there. The long and short of that is the bylaws of the town, because now the town is involved, says that you cannot film anything in any of those buildings.
Oh.
That's the long and short of it. Now, you could choose to fight that and go to court and spend the money, but somebody over there got the town involved, and that's what it is. For me, I didn't want none of my people to continue to be surveilled and scrutinized and treated a certain way.
Yeah.
I never want that.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politics Junior. A 44-year-old male.
Man, you can't make this up about Joe Budden. Let me see. I think I got one more. Oh, we're going to get into Little Dirt Daddy. He spoke. He got a website. I was shocked. He a nice looking man. Oh, shoot. Let me do it this way.
The police report of the Joe Budden incident has hit the web. And I also have an inside source telling me about what's going on at the apartment complex where Joe Budden records out of. The police report right now, released by the Edgewater Police Department, says that on December 4th, at approximately 7:21 a.m., the Edgewater police were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. The caller recognized the man as Joe Budden, a 44-year-old male. The caller was alerted to Budden by the doorbell camera. The video depicted Budden attempting to enter a code into the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. As a result of the police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, disorderly persons offense on a complaint summons. Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, this reveals a lot as it gives insight into what exactly happened, and also reveals that there is no doubt camera footage both from the Ring doorbell but also from the apartment complex. But there's also an element of this as well, as a source close to the situation who reached out to me let me know about the particulars of what the atmosphere is at the complex in New Jersey that Joe Budden records out of. Now, I want to be clear that I have multiple sources. As some people think Shammy's my source, I can guarantee you Shammy is not my source. We don't even really speak like that anymore. What's going on in the apartment complex is that it is a very large complex. There's been things going on, and for the most part, the apartment complex likes Joe. They think Joe is cool. They have no real issues with him, which is something that is in sharp contrast to what the picture is being painted on the show, where everybody hates Joe and so much and so forth. And another element of this is Joe Budden is actually like one of the more powerful people in the building. I had initially thought that Joe was kind of a low person on the totem pole because this whole condo is expensive. So there's probably people who have way more funds than him, but that's not the case. So much so that Joe actually owns 2 condos. Like, he owns 2 condos over there. He bought another condo that combines with another condo. Also, the building is apparently diverse, but I question the diversity largely because some people's perception of what diversity is can be different based on, where their origins are, where they come from. So that's just something that there was, kind of, I had some pushback with the source. On top of that, as a result of the situation between Joe and his neighbor, there was a large police presence for 2 consecutive days. And the source also said that there really wasn't an issue with Joe recording at the complex, and that they really weren't trying to enforce the rules of, there might be a rule that you can't record at the podcast, or you can't record the podcast at the apartment, but there wasn't necessarily a rush to enforce it. That the source of the tension largely comes from this night in question. And there's some other stuff in question, like what were the demographics of the people who observed the Ring camera? What population did they represent? Those are all things that have to be revealed in order for this story to have a bigger picture and to fully be analyzed. But based on the police report, I think it was kind of kind to Joe. I mean, it shows that he was trying to enter the apartment by putting his code in, and maybe he just got confused. Maybe he was sleepwalking, and if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, yo, this dude has 2 apartments in the complex. He was sleepwalking. He thought he was going from his apartment to the other apartment in the complex. There was no malicious intent, officer. Like, if I was on my Better Call Saul, that's what I would say. And this isn't an old money condo.
But he was butt naked and he sleep butt naked. Anyway, you can't make this up. I don't know if Joe was really sleepwalking or if he just went to the wrong apartment butt naked thinking it was his, putting in his code. I mean, that happens as well. I don't know. You can't make this up though. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, please. Hit the like button. All right, Happy New Year. I'm out.